Hey everyone, I'm Mike and thanks for checking out the channel. Today we are outside in my little sunroom that we're going to make this video about kit guitars that I've been working on. So I wanted to talk about, is it worth it to do a kit guitar and really upgrade it? You know, kit guitars will run anywhere. I have three off to the side here that I've done, different ones. One's a Fesley, one's a Leo James, and one is a box gear. They're all come in at about different prices, but close. But I did serious upgrades on them. And the first time I did a video about kit guitars, it was just basically the essentials, what they were on it. I put a little paint on it, used the neck, used everything that was in there, and just kind of showed you what the guitar was. So to do a comparison, the way I thought would be the best is I put and said, I could do these kit guitars, make them exactly like I want to for under 300 bucks. Adding different parts, making it, paint jobs, pickups, everything the way I want it. Have an excellent guitar. But for comparison, I wanted to show you things that you could buy that come in at under $300 that are incredible guitars and see if it's worth it to you to upgrade your kit guitar and make a kit guitar that's going to cost you about a little under 300 bucks or somewhere in that middle 250. And see if it's worth it over just buying something that you're not going to build. So the first guitar I brought out here is my Leo James Monsoon Deluxe. This guitar, as you could see, is beautiful. It is a beautiful, got like an epoxy top that they put on it, different colors. So they pour all these, so none of these are the same. They're always different, like it's not one set thing. They're always just different tops, so each one you get will look a little bit different, but this guitar is absolutely beautiful. Two El Nico 5 pickups, three-way selector switch, one volume, no tone knob on here, roasted maple neck with stainless steel frets and ball end frets, and then locking tuners on the back. And, you know, bone nut. This is a beautiful guitar, and right now on Amazon, these guitars are coming in at about $289. And that comes with the deluxe case. And the deluxe case, while not a full hard shell case, is pretty damn well close to a hard shell case. It's that super hard, like, plastic kind of material, and it's form fitted, so the guitar fits right in it. I would feel safe putting it on any plane or anything like that with that case. It's not a padded gig bag. It's a semi, like, hard kind of gig bag or case. So beautiful thing, and you could get this guitar for under 300 bucks. Right now, about 289, and honestly, with tax, you're probably going to be a little over 300, but right about that range. So you ask yourself on building, is it worth to take your kit guitar and put $300 in it, or is it better to get just buy this? So that's the first one I'll show you that's right in that range. And now one that comes in at a little bit cheaper that you can even have, that's a more known name that's been around since the 80s, is right here. This is the Kramer Beretta Special. I love this guitar. This neck is incredible on this thing, but I've done upgrades to this one for myself. I did chip it a little bit when I was drilling out because I had to drill 10 millimeter hole, and I should have drilled it from the top. Instead, I went from the back, and that chipped the paint. But I'm going to fill that in with a little bit of, like, I have a Sharpie paint marker. I put in a 500K pot on this one. I put a Seymour Duncan slug pickup. And then I put hip shot locking tuners on it. So while this guitar is $229, I will say it's a great playing guitar right out of the box. You don't need to do the things that I did. I just did them because I wanted to put a Seymour Duncan slug in something. It's a 47K output pickup, super hot, crazy, hottest pickup you could get out there for like metal. And it had a pickup ring around it. It fits best in a guitar that has a pickup ring. And I was just like, well, Kramer's got a single pickup in it, the Beretta. This will just slide right in there. Could put a 500K pot in, don't need a tone. And this thing will just be a metal machine. So I put these upgrades in that were, this was 160 bucks to pick up alone. 15 between the pot and the tone knob, or the volume knob. And then another 70 on the hip shot locking tuners. So I really put 250 bucks into this guitar, which is a $230 guitar. So I upped it to about 560 bucks. But if you just got this stock the way it is, It's a great guitar for 229 bucks. Don't pay attention to what I did with it. But I wanted to show you these two to show you this would be the price range that you're in. A stock version of this Kramer, the Leo James kind of version. I had an guitar I thought to bring on here because at the time when I bought it, I paid like 320 bucks for it. But that guitar, the TL281, is really shot up in value. They're selling for about 680 bucks now. So I didn't feel like that was in the realm of the price of these. And they have a couple really cool modern tellies that they sell for like 330, but I wanted to keep it under 300. So we're going to play my intro. We're going to come back and I'm going to show you the 3 guitars that I built, kit Strat style guitars from Fesley, Leo James, and Box Gear. Show you what I did with them, what it cost. They were all 3 under $300 to do, and I think they're really cool guitars, but that question becomes, is it worth it for you to do that? Are you better off just buying a guitar that's already done? And that question is really 50-50. It's really up to you. So let's do my intro, and then I'll come back and I will show you these guitars that I built. All right, let's do this.
Jesus Christ.
That's Mike's Musical Rehab.
All right, so here we go with this guitar. I bought this guitar from Amazon for about 80 bucks. These you normally go for about 109, but you can find $30 off coupons. And I was able to get this for 79. And you know, the only issue I have with the Fesley guitars, I think they're great, is that they're only routed for SSS. They're not routed for a humbucker at all in there. And you can route it out and make it for a humbucker, but I didn't want to do that. So I made this guitar what it would be designed to be, a Strat with 3 single coil pickups, 3 Alnico 5 pickups. So I'll break down what the cost was. You know, the paint, I did like an old patina kind of look, which was kind of a silver and gold paint that I mixed together. I had this bridge from another guitar. So we had 80 in the guitar total to buy it. This neck, this flame roasted maple neck, was 70, so I got me to 150. I have locking tuners on this guitar that were 30, so talking 180 here now. And then this pickguard was 70, so it was 250. So if you take my work out of it, because I'm taking that out, that's part of my fun is making that, I have about 250 into this guitar with everything. With tax, probably 260, so a little cheaper than the Leo James, a little more expensive than the Kramer. And this guitar plays great. This has got 3 single coils, but they're Alnico 5, so it's got a good tone. Like, it's got a split coil on it. Here's that. Pickups work, split coil on this. And normally in videos I would do playthroughs, and that's one thing I was going to mention. I'm kind of stopping the playthroughs of doing the song because I'll be honest with you, I'm an average guitar player. I like making guitars and I like playing guitars, but I'm not the super shredder that everybody else is. And another thing that always gets me with that with the playthroughs is that, you know, what equipment are they using? Like, I do use like a nice interface, like an Apollo interface and stuff like that. But, you know, I feel like maybe giving the feel and everything of the guitar is more important than hearing like a song played through that someone's mixing and mastering. I'm just miking up with a Tascam DX05 little recorder onto my Spark Mini. So I'll put a little bit of clean on here. Hear what we could get, like. So it's got a really warm tone on that neck pickup, and really nice warm tone on the, when you're using just the middle pickup. But this bridge pickup now, when I turn this, yeah, it's got a great little tone to it that's right there. It can really get really heavy. So I feel like it gives you kind of the best of both worlds on there. And that is the Fesley guitar. Wanted you guys to check out that this is what I did with a Fesley. About $250 into this guitar. I think it's a pretty cool looking guitar. Not too shabby, if I must say so. So, love this Fesley. Definitely cool. $250 compared to the Kramer. For me, it was the joy of building this. So, I did get to build this, and I'm pretty excited about that. I love that this is a guitar. When people ask me, I'm like, yeah, I made this. So, it's a cool kind of like thing to do. And Fesley, great build. They build these guitars, and they put them together first, so they know everything goes together. But obviously, with my build, I'm putting different necks and everything on there, different pickups. These kit guitars, I will say all of them, all three of the ones that are on here, came with the same exact plug-and-play triple, single coil, single, like a pick guard. It's a little cheap, like ceramic pick guard, and does not sound very good. It's a plug-and-play, so just kind of like sits there and it plugs into the jack. But putting these guitars, why I say that, why I like these Strats, especially for people if you're newer to kit building, is that they are really easy to assemble and to do, even do like work on wiring. Because with Amazon, you can order these. These are preloaded. Everything is wired. The only thing you have to solder is the lead wire and the ground to the jack, which takes seconds if you got a soldering iron to do, and then the ground wire to the bridge on the back. So it's 3 little solders. I mean, if you have any experience in soldering, you can do it in 5 minutes or less, just to put that. So that's the Fesley. We're going to move on to the next one, which is the Leo James. So let me get that one, and I'll be right back. All right, back, and this is the Leo James that I did and I built. And I think this is a pretty overall cool guitar. What I did with this guitar was I got this same price, about $80. Now, I will say on all these, if you watched a previous video I did, I talked about getting guitars from Temu, where you can get basically the first one at regular price, but then each other one after that for like $20-$30. And some of these I did get that way, but for the sake of this video, I'm talking if you strictly went through Amazon. I know with some stuff people don't trust Temu in some ways, so I wanted to keep this strictly to Amazon prices, what you would pay on Amazon. If you want to learn about the way to get the guitars for cheaper, at the end I'll have the link to the video for the Temu video that I did, but this is strictly Amazon price because some of these parts, the necks and everything, came from Amazon. So the just basic guitar may have come from Temu, but you can get the same guitar on Amazon. So this guitar right here is really cool with like a splatter paint job that I did on it. And it's black and gold with gold hardware, gold splatter paint. It's got a humbucker and a dual rail, which is a really cool configuration in the neck. This pick guard sounds great. Alnico 5. It's got coil taps for both of them, so you can coil tap the bridge pickup, coil tap the neck pickup, and volume tone. And I have locking tuners on this guitar that I added, like I add with everyone. And this is just like a roasted maple neck, but a great feeling roasted maple neck. So we will go through the price of everything. $80 on the guitar, so we're at $80. $80 on the neck, so we're at $160. $30 on the tuners, so that put us at $190. The bridge, I ordered gold saddles and I painted this one. These saddles were about $15, so we're at $205. This pick guard was about 60. So puts us at about 265 with tax, about 280. So right around that Leo James price. Not too far off, a little bit cheaper than when you add the tax to the Leo James, but I did all the work. I did the paint job on this, and I think this thing looks stunning. I carved the name in the headstock with my laser engraver that I have, so I put my aces and eights on it, and this is really, really a great playing guitar. Like, yeah, it's got a great tone from this pickguard. I'll give you a little more now, like metal that's in here. So. Yeah, feels, plays great. Amazing playing guitar. People who see this guitar love this guitar. I mean, the most compliments I get is on that Leo James because they love that epoxy top. But what I love about this guitar is it plays amazing. I did the whole setup on it. Had to do a little bit of a shim in the neck just to get the playability with the bridge and everything where I wanted super low. But man, does this guitar play great and feel great. This neck is amazing looking on here. I love the look of this guitar. And to be honest with you, to me, it means more than my Leo James because it's a point of pride that I made this guitar. I came up with the design, did everything, found a way to paint it on my own. You know, I've been building guitars now for about a year and a half, 2 years. And I don't build from scratch. You know, I buy a body, buy a neck. Sometimes I buy the kit guitars a lot, but sometimes I do buy separate parts and stuff like that because I am essentially changing out pretty much everything but the body on the guitar. So I think this is a great option for if you want to get into creative parts of doing music. Make your own guitar. Like when I first got into doing a kit guitar, I'm like, well, when you get one, it is super cheap. It is like the tuners are cheap, but it's playable. If you go online and look at like Leo James, this is a Leo James guitar, but changed out from the neck and everything like that. So it's just a Leo James body. But when you look at their like, they sell a whole brand of guitars that are super affordable, like $110. Like they have this American flag one, and they have like different kind of strats that are just painted plain, and you get those for like 120 bucks. Those guitars are just essentially the kit guitar put together, and they do the paint job on it. It's using the kit neck, the kit tuners. The only thing that's different is sometimes they'll throw in some ceramic humbuckers on a guitar, but when they're doing a Strat one, they're just using the whole kit and putting it together themselves and painting it. So what you're paying for the kit, you're getting it like $20 cheaper than what they sell that Strat painted for, but you're getting to do your own design on it. And what I found with these guitars is if I'm going to make a guitar, I want to make it play the best that I can make it play. And I want it to be something that I'm going to pick up. I don't want to just put a guitar together so I can say, hey, look at this guitar I put together. I want to put a guitar together that when I walk by, I want to pick it up and play it. And I can play this guitar all day. Looks super cool. When I play out with friends, they're like, where did you get that guitar? That's cool. And it's like, I made it. So it's a point of pride. So this is the Leo James guitar. This is what you would get for about the same price as doing that Monsoon that I have over there. And I'll say yes, I think the Monsoon, it looks cooler, kind of has like, I mean, it's made because they're doing so many, they can make it at that price point and do it. Only making one guitar where you're buying, it's going to cost me that price point to do it. But this guitar plays every bit as nice as that guitar. May not be the cool epoxy top, but it plays every bit as nice. And I made this, so it's a cool story. And that's part of like, I kind of feel like when you make a guitar and you put the extra like little things on it, the better stuff, it makes you more prideful and you want to play the guitar. And the whole point of it is wanting to pick up the guitar. So I pick up this guitar all the time and play it. So this is the Leo James. And the next one we're going to go to is the cheapest of the guitars, which is the box gear one. But I really feel like this guitar came out super, super, super cool. So I'm pretty excited about this one to show you this one. So let's get on to the box gear. All right. All right. So we move on to guitar number 3, and this is the box gear guitar. You can find these a lot of times on sale on Amazon for about 60 bucks, 60 to 70 bucks. And I absolutely love the way this guitar came out. And now what I will say is, as compared to the Fesley and the Leo James, this was the hardest to work on. It was the most rewarding, but it was the hardest to work on, and I'll tell you why. So on this guitar, I paid about 60 bucks for it. This neck was another 80, so that was 140. Another 30 on the locking tuners was 170. I bought a Geiger bridge, which was another 30. So we're at 200, and then this preloaded pickguard was about 70. So we are at 270 on this. But this guitar, I absolutely love the look of this guitar. It's black and gold like the other one. Not a Steelers fan. I'm a Cleveland Browns fan. Yeah, you can feel sorry for me. It's bad all the time. But I just like the look of black and gold. I think it looks classy. And this paint that's on this guitar came out phenomenal. I love the way this came out. And what this is this is chalkboard paint that it has. You know, people can paint it on stuff to make it where they write like a chalkboard, except I didn't use it to write on it. I just sealed it up after. I'm not going to write on it with any chalk because I just don't see any purpose. But it came out so satin black, awesome, with this goldish colored neck and the black inlays and the black tuners and the gold bridge. It looks classy, and not only does it look classy, this thing plays like a beast. It's got a coil tap on it so you can take apart the two humbuckers. And what I will say, as I said earlier, this is not a playthrough. So if someone's saying, what's the clean sound like? Not really going into that in this video, but I am, because there are going to be other videos coming out where I am going to explore these Amazon preloaded pickguards, the different ones I have, and the tones you can get with them and how great they really are for a pretty good price. So in that video, you'll hear the cleans and everything. This is more about building your own kick guitar. This guitar comes right in at the Leo James price for what I built this for. But damn, am I proud of this guitar. This guitar, when you hear people say, oh, wait, it punches way above its weight, like this plays like a $600-700 guitar, I do feel like the guitars that I made over there and my Leo James play well above what they were put into them. This guitar plays, this is the one I will say, and you didn't hear me say it about other ones, this is the one that plays like an $800-900 guitar. It is so comfortable, so good. These pickups sound phenomenal. Bridge is great. Action is great. This is just a joy of a guitar to play. And what I really do is all these guitars, why I go with the preloaded pickguards, I look for the ones, like you can find other ones for $30 to $40. Most of these, as I was talking, coming around $70, $80, because I'm getting the 500K pots. And sometimes I could even switch out a pot if I want to and put, but I want to put the CTS pots. I want it to have good wiring. And like I said, the deal with these Strats is, the good part is to work on these, a preloaded pickguard is so easy to put back in. If you want to get into building a guitar, a Strat is definitely the way to go. You know, I have a Tele that I'm working on, and a Tele a little bit more because they sell a preloaded plate, but you still need to wire the pickups and stuff like that. So if you don't feel comfortable doing that, that's one thing, but I just lived and learned on how to do it, and now I can do it. I have a couple others. I have a Les Paul that I built. Well, you're getting into a different thing, that these are all bolt-on necks on Strat styles. The other guitar that I'm doing, like SG, it's a glue-on neck, so you do have to place it, glue it, clamp it down so it sets, but it's not much different. It's just a lot more work, a little more work to do that. This with a definite like bolt-on neck, you can do so many adjustments so easily and make such a good guitar. I mean, people will always say, "Oh, I want a string through body, like I want a body through neck, a neck through body," and yeah, it's great. I have a couple of those guitars. Absolutely love them. Absolutely amazing. But when someone says, "Oh, well, bolt-on isn't as good," listen, Fender and them have been doing it forever. They don't make really Fenders that are set necks. They're all bolt-ons, and there's a reason why. If it was good enough for Stevie Ray Vaughan and Jimi Hendrix, Eric Clapton, it's good enough for Mike. So I love working on Strat styles. I do have a Les Paul that I'm doing next, and I am working on a Tele in the garage right now. So I do. I love that. But I do different guitars, different style guitars. But I just wanted to show you comparable Strat guitars that, just are great and fun to build. This is something you can do. Whether it's for you, you know what, if you have a child and you want to do son, daughter, whatever, you just want to do a project with them to make your own guitar where you get to spend quality time together, absolutely fantastic projects to do. So what I will say, and I'll go back to it, where I said the box gear was the hardest guitar to work on. Here's why it was the hardest guitar to work on. The way they cut the neck pocket on this, the neck does fit right in, but it's not spaced. It's a deeper kind of pocket. So when you go to put a pick guard in here, it does not like fit at first. It'll be too far up, like the neck won't sit in. It doesn't cut. So it leaves you with the two options of either cutting back the neck pocket so you can actually slide this back in further, or cutting down the pick guard. And all I did was, this is a simple fix, but if you've never worked on a guitar, it might be something different. I put the pick guard in there. I went underneath where it was overhanging, just drew a pencil line, and then I took a router and I routed I had to adjust this pick guard just so I can get it to fit in here. So it was a little bit different in that way, where the Fedsley and the Leo James pick guard just slid right in, didn't have to do anything. This one was off. I had to drill different holes for where the pick guard went. So really absolutely love this guitar. This guitar is a beast. It's a full-on player. I will have all three of these guitars for my whole life, because just guitars I'm super proud of, but I've sold about 6 or 7. What I will tell you, and I did a video on this, we're running a little long on time here, but I did a video on this. If you're getting into this field of making these kit guitars to make money, don't. You are not going to make money as an unknown builder putting together kit guitars. If I went to sell this guitar, I got $280 in it, someone would probably offer me online, would offer me maybe $250 on it to $300 if I'm lucky, so break a little bit ahead. If I had a store where people could come in and play it, maybe I could get more on the $399. But at the same point, if you're going online and there's an unknown builder like myself putting this guitar up going, hey, you can have this guitar for $400, that same person is going to go to Amazon and see that Leo James Monsoon for $289 and be like, wow, I can buy that guitar. So the whole point of these, as I went to the start of the video, is it worth it? It's worth it in pride in being able to accomplish something yourself and having a guitar that you're proud of and play and just enjoy. So, I mean, the fact of building the guitar brings me so much joy. I love, like, I work all day, have a stressful kind of job, and when I come home and I get to sit down and get some time to work on a guitar, just put it together, it's really relaxing to me, and I'm pretty proud when the guitar's done, and I'm proud as hell of this guitar and all these guitars that I've built. So, I say if you've always wanted to do a kit guitar, do it with all the original parts. I know it's not going to sound amazing, but get it built, get it set up, learn how to do all that. And then if you want to add on to that guitar, you can replace the neck. You can replace the pickguard. All that stuff you can just constantly do little bits and pieces to add to. sometimes that can be a chunk of money for someone. Even just $300, it's $300. That's for people that live paycheck to paycheck. That's not super cheap. So for this, you get a chance to just build a guitar. So as I always say, man, music makes life better. And I will see you all in the next video. Please like and subscribe. I'm going to have a bunch more videos coming up where we are going to talk about the different pick guards and how they sound, and we're going to check out a couple guitars that I purchased, a Bullfighter Smart guitar that I have, and just a couple different guitars that I bought. A Bullfighter acoustic guitar that's in there, a Donner that I upgraded, and yeah, we're going to check out those guitars, make some videos, check out some special effects, like effects pedals that I got, and as always, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.